are back on the MMA Plug, powered by DenverSportsBetting.com on Mile High Sports Radio 98.1 FM and streaming live on MileHighSports.com. Hit us up on the Go Fast Energy Drink text and phone line 303-831-1340 or on Twitter at @rkruck and at Peanut Podcast. Well, time to turn the spotlight on Colorado MMA and the return to the octagon for Factory X athlete and UFC lightweight Luigi Vendramini. The 25-year-old originally from Brazil joins the MMA Plug now. Luigi, it's Ron Kruck and Jordan Kurtz. Thanks for coming on before your fight, my man.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to stay here and do this work. So I'm very happy for stay here with you guys.
Luigi, once again, thank you so much for taking the time and joining us here. This is now your third fight in the UFC, and you feel like this is a point. We'll just get right to it. This is a point where you feel like you're ready to make a statement. You feel like this is your destiny. Why don't you tell us about that?
So I have to pay something too hard. For me, go to UFC, I have to work for 10 years. I start to train with I'm 14 years old. So I don't go to parties. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't use zero drugs. Never try in my life. So I don't eat nothing, just diet. So for me, and I do everything correct, and I have 3 surgeries in same knee, and I have 2 surgeries right after my first fight in UFC. So now I feel like I pay someone too much price, and I feel everything this happened in my life for me come here and be special, be a real fighter, a famous fighter, and change my life, change my family life. So I feel like this is my moment to grow in this event, and people know who I am, because all the time they say, oh, this guy is okay, or he not too good, or he lose. All the time I'm underdog. So I want to change this.
Yeah, absolutely, Luigi. This is a big opportunity for you. We understand that. And you mentioned the injuries. For fans who may not know your story, you were forced to take almost 2 years off after tearing those knee ligaments, not once, but twice. Luigi, for you, looking back, what did you take away from that difficult situation?
So I feel when I start in UFC, I'm 22 years old and not too much experience, and my team in Brazil too young too. I'm the first guy in my gym go to UFC. So it's I feel like these ligaments I have to get more I feel now I'm a man. You know?
You needed more experience or more time?
Yes. So I have more patience. I have more, now I have more weapons. But when I arrived in UFC, first time, it's just a kid, want to be a champion. Now I know what I have to do to be a champion. It's different.
Understood.
Luigi, you mentioned that you're very strict with your diet. You don't engage in any sort of partying, drugs, alcohol, all of that. How has your discipline paired with now the training that you've gotten from Coach Mark Montoya, who you actually met as a teenager? How has all of that just kind of helped take your game to the next level?
So for me, I don't trust in work hard. So I think one thing, if you think about the bestest, the worst jobs in the world is very hard work, and they don't pay you good. So for me, what is important, not the hard work, is work correct. So like a smart training. If you do like the smart training, like it's better than hard work. So Mark have the smart training and hard work, and I'm have the focus and discipline. So mix everything this, and I feel like create a new monster. You know.
Yikes. Yeah, that's scary. We can't wait to see the new monster unleashed this Saturday. We are speaking with UFC lightweight Luigi Vendramini. Hey, Luigi, before we talk about this fight on Saturday, quickly, I want to go back to your last fight. I mean, that was a spectacular head kick knockout of Yesin Oyari. That was back in October. And that was what made it so special. I mean, that was your first fight in over 2 years due to those injuries. So I got a multiple choice question for you, buddy. Okay. What was more meaningful to you? A, the spectacular finish. B, earning the performance of the night bonus. C, celebrating the win in the cage with your dad, Augusto. Or D, all of the above?
So everything happened is special because for me in this moment, Brazil like have too much problem with economy because the coronavirus broke Brazil. So my family's work with shop. My father works is a mushroom farm, and my mother is a bakery. She have a bakery. So now Brazil is like broken. So get this bonus, help my family a lot, and I want to see my father happy because my first loss in UFC makes him don't want more watch UFC, don't want more training. He feels bad so long time. So when I win this fight, I feel like I doing good for my family. So this makes me happy.
Awesome.
Certainly, Luigi. And you mentioned that you mentioned this a little bit earlier that you combine and I feel like it's something that you speak to very well. We talked about it the other night actually. But there's two different types of fighters out there that you find largely. You find the fighter and you find the athlete. But you feel like what you bring to the table is a blend of both of those things.
So in Brazil, you don't learn like a technique too much, like just jiu-jitsu, but it's not in Brazil you don't drill or have one guy teach you. In Brazil you learn by yourself. Like you start to training and the guy submit you 10 times, and the 11 you do this with your arm or you do this with your shoulder and protect it, and you defend. So if I do this, I learned how to defend this. So don't have like one coach or some guy teach you the correct form. You have to learn by yourself. And in Brazil, the sparring is like a real fight. You go to the sparring on Friday, and like the guy try to kill you, you try to kill your partner. So when I come here to America, I have like this fighter like a spirit, but I learned like how to drilling, how to make the right cross, right hook, right kick, like the technique. So now I have like a warrior spirit and like a athlete spirit, like a be athlete, like a eat good, sleep good, and training, come to the gym in the time, and one guy teach you wrestling, one guy teach you jiu-jitsu, one guy teach you MMA, one guy teach you Muay Thai. So when I blend this, I feel now I'm more dangerous fighter.
Certainly.
Absolutely. And we will see you and all those weapons on display this Saturday at UFC 263. Luigi, up next, French-Algerian Fares Zayam is your opponent. He's gone 1-1 in his first 2 UFC appearances. Let's break down your opponent. Where do you feel you have the biggest advantage over Zayam, and what do you need to do to make sure you get your arm raised on Saturday night?
So I look for this guy, and I feel more Big Apple for Saturday is the motivation to try to grow more in this show because it's a good opportunity to one big UFC, have a 2 belts. So my Big Apple is my motivation for do this, and I feel he's too relaxed for the fight. For this fight, I saw many interviews he do, and all the time he put him. He say, "Oh, I will KO this guy. He's a easy fight. He don't have jiu-jitsu. He don't have wrestling. He say I don't have nothing." So I feel he's going to this fight to relax.
Overconfident.
Yes, he too confidence, and I don't say nothing. I don't post nothing. I just stay calm, and I will. And when I punch the first time in him, I feel he gets scary because I'm training. I never trained true for a long time with the best guys, with the best coach. I do everything correct. So for me, it's impossible I lose Saturday.
Love it.
I mean, that's a perfect way to summarize it right then and there. So without going too far into the details on what your game plan may be, Luigi, what can fans expect to see from you on Saturday night?
So the guys know I'm a jiu-jitsu guy. I'm a black belt. So, but Factory X is have one thing very special. You don't train jiu-jitsu, you don't train Muay Thai, you don't train boxing, you train MMA every day. So for Saturday, my game is I will do everything: boxing, kicks, takedowns, jiu-jitsu, ground game, ground and pound. So I'm ready for everything. For this fight, I don't have game plan. My game plan is broke him, stand up on the ground, everything. I go for this fight just for try to submission or KO all the time. I don't want this fight go to the judges.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for the time, Luigi. Before I let you go, listen, you mentioned it. You blend it all. The stand-up, the submissions, you 9 victories, 9 finishes, 5 knockouts, 4 submissions, including 7 first-round finishes. You know, Kurtz says he taught you everything about finishing a fight. Is that true?
Yes. So I never do like 3 rounds in my life. So because I'm a different guy, like I learned from my father and my Brazilian coach because this coach in Brazil and my father, he's old school jiu-jitsu. In the past, no gloves, everything. So when these guys fighting, don't have rules, don't have time. So you have to submission or KO. So I learned this all my life. So I don't understand make points in MMA. For me, 10-9, 10-8 is not. I don't think like about the judges. For me, I will fight to the to the end of the belt. I go like 5 minutes. Bing, I stop, but I don't think about the rules or I don't think about the judges. I just want to fight and broke my opponents. This is my plan all the time.
Yep. One last thing for me, Luigi. Can you tell the people out there how you first got connected with Coach Mark Montoya?
So when I'm 14, I do want to travel with my family just for ski in, I don't remember the name.
Vail.
No, I'm not the more famous.
Aspen.
We go to Aspen, and I put like I want to buy one Venom shorts because in this time don't have like a Venom in Brazil. So I put like in like a MMA shop near me, and I'm going to MMA Performance, I think it's the name, and I buy one short. And when I 14 years old, I look like I just open the door because this shop is inside the gym, and I look for Mark training pads with Chris Camonzi, and I look, oh my God, and I look for this, and bro, because this time I start training jiu-jitsu and box and Muay Thai, and I look like a 2 monsters in the cage training like a hard, and this is cool. I love this. Nice place. So when I go to UFC and close with my manager, Jason House, he say, oh, you have to change your gym. You have to train in America. And then, okay, but how gym? And they say, I have one guy for you, Mark Montoya. And I know Mike Montoya. I saw him when I'm 14 years old. So Jason, yes, I know him. I saw him training. And he like a text for Mark, and Mark like called to me, and we talk this history and say, okay, Mark say, bro, if you want, you can go for my gym and train with me. This is a pressure for me. And no, this is a pressure for me. So I'm training Factory X now. It's crazy. Like see like how the word like
it all comes full circle. Yes, that is awesome. What a great story, man. Well, we're excited to have you, Luigi. All of Colorado is excited to see you back in the UFC Octagon this weekend. Best of luck at UFC 263, my man.
Thank you.
Thank you, Luigi.
Thank you.
All right, coming up, Jordan and I will strap on the gloves and go 3 rounds. You're listening to the MMA Plug, powered by DenverSportsBetting.com.